Welcome back to another episode of Lost in the Farmer's Market Garden Shorts, where we take you on garden extravaganzas. And boy, do we have something for you today. Now, just a little bit. It's pretty rare that I film literally standing inside of a garden, but we're about to transition to fall, and these two lovely plants, the purple one and this green one, are about to get harvested. Now I know what you're saying. What are they? Get on with it, you hobo. Well, what you're looking at is two examples of shiso. They are commonly called something like Japanese mint or Japanese basil, though they're actually from Asia, and that's hard to really quantify. They're not really exclusively Japanese. But the green one, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit for you. This one here is Perilla frutiscens. The purple one, which is a volunteer by the way, it came up of his own volition, is Perilla frutiscens var crispa. Var meaning variety. Now, Perilla, translated from Latin to English, means shavings. You got me on that one. I have yet to find a good definition for this beyond that. Frutiscens is from two Latin root words, and it means to become shrub. Yeah. When I tried to look it up, I kept getting references to things with frutiscens in the name and no clear definition of what it... Okay, my birds are having a freak out. This is nature for you. Well, anyway, I don't know why it's to become shrub. I don't know. I was not able to find an adequate definition, and the birds don't like frutiscens, I guess. This ends up like that scene from Young Frankenstein where they yell out Frau Bluka's name and lightning strikes and horses go nuts? So help me. Anyway, shiso is native to the mountainous parts of India and China. There are other suggested origins, but that's the one that seems to be agreed upon. And yes, that is actually a lettuce leaf basil trying to bust out in the middle. Don't ask me. I'm assuming seeds got there. Anyway, it is not considered a perennial in our climate, but its seeds can aggressively resow, which is, as you can see, these have flowers, and that can be a problem. Now, what's interesting is that they don't seem to care too much about soil pH, but they do prefer full sun or partial. They're very adaptable, and they are a true member of the mint family, so there is that. The height can be 16 inches to 39 inches, and the width can be 8 to 20 inches, which you can see in these specimens. They're about 3 feet high. Now, var crispa is the purple leaf cultigen. Now, that's an interesting term. On the last one, I talked about what a rhizome is, and this time, I'm going to talk about what a cultigen is. Now, a cultigen is a variety that is expressly cultivated by people. We generated that cultivar. And the purple one, the green one is the natural one, and the purple one is the one we cultivated. And in this case, it volunteered for me. Magical. The nutrition of these plants is 1 gram of fat per 100 grams of leaf, 7 grams of carbs, 7 grams of fiber. Vitamin C is roughly about 2%, and calcium is about 2%. Now, the vitamin C and the calcium are per quarter of an ounce. So you can scale that how you want. Red shiso is used to make a dye called amaboshi. I'm probably mangling that, that's Japanese. But that's interesting. It's also used as a preservative. It has preservative properties for meat and rice and other things. And it may or may not prevent anemia and may promote circulation. It's hard to say if that's true because the medical information for this plant is not very clear. What is clear is its growing habits and its ability to resow itself. They are true mints, and if you put a stem with some leaves and water for long enough, they will root. They will grow roots. So it's maybe the next great thing in hydroponics, perhaps? I'm not sure, but that's all I have for you for this episode, and we're going to move on to the next episode, which is Mexican sunflowers. And yeah, I know, that was a terrible joke. I did it anyway. Keep them growing, folks.